DRG Media Group.
Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 is brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City, Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency. Governor Basketball is brought to you by Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health Fort Pierre, the Corner Station, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by Hawaii Federal Credit Union, TMA, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Wagner Auto, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, the Lariat Lanes, the Rampota Hotel and Conference Center, Ferding Electric, Bauman Lumber, and Xander Auto Parts. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Basketball. The Hughes County Jail, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of here in Gettysburg, Hermanson Entodogus, Cowboy Country Stores, Gales Gas Service, and Bauman Lumber.
Now, here, Governor Basketball.
Thank you very much, and a very good Saturday afternoon, everybody. A day of high school basketball coming your way for the second day in a row, or last night included. The Pierre Governors have a game standing in front of them. And that's all that matters as they try to get another entry into the state AA basketball tournament. Last night, the Governor girls knocking off Huron at home 63-36. Today, the Governor boys will try to do the same. Bit of a tougher test for them as they've got number 5 seeded Sioux Falls, Washington. Welcome to the big town. I'm Brian Oakland alongside Caleb Brozick, who will be running camera for us for Live Ticket one more time. And you can watch this game as well as hear it with our live video stream available through the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com and also at gogovs.live. Colby Carey will run the show in studio. Looking forward to a good ball game. These two teams met back on January 7th. The Governors were playing pretty well, coming off of wins at Bismarck and then at home over Sioux Falls Lincoln. Both wins coming, with key rebounds and clutch shooting in the fourth quarter. The Govs got off to a very hot start in that game here at Washington High. They led 18-11 at the end of one quarter, but then, the lid closed on both ends of the hoop for the Govs. They really struggled to put the ball in the hole the last 3 quarters of that game, and it was really the first time where a physical football-type Governor basketball team got out-rebounded, and they did by quite a margin, and Sioux Falls, Washington played a great game coming from behind and winning that game 56-40. And here is you've got number 12 against number 5. If the Governors can play the way a little bit more that they did last week, even though they lost at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, if they can do that again here today, give themselves a better chance in the fourth quarter. I think the underdog Governors could be right there with these 5th-seeded Sioux Falls Washington Warriors. Should be a good one. Settle in, as we've got a good one this afternoon. Governor basketball here, your official home of the Governors, River 92.7. This broadcast, I should mention, is being made possible with a special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. We'll start with a 3-minute timeout. We'll get into our Bank West pregame show, pregame in which we'll be conversating with both head coaches. I know that's not much of a word, but it worked this time. Keys to success, starting lineups a little bit later on. We'll also look at the state of basketball in high school Class AA as the SODAK 16 gets all played out here, starting with a couple of 2 o'clock games or a couple of 3 o'clock games in South Dakota, some games in the evening hours as well. That full schedule is coming up as we begin our Bank West pregame show. SODAK 16 postseason basketball, your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Happy Leap Month from Beck Motor Company of Pierre. We are celebrating that extra day with $29 off a light detail and $29 for a hand wash in our detail department. In our parts department, we have buy 3 tires and get 1 free. As always, we have the price match guarantee. See all our vehicle offers and specials at www.beck-motors.com. 224-5912.
ADQ fans, crunch into a $6.99 chicken strip basket. It's got crispy all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, mouth-watering Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce like our homemade Hidden Valley Ranch. Is there a more perfect basket? I'm going to go buy a chicken strip basket as soon as I finish with this ad read. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Jail. No matter how good you are, working with a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. So if you'd like to know more about the available positions at the Hughes County Jail and be a part of their team, log on at hughescounty.org. Click on the Sheriff tab. Detention deputies and nursing positions are available. Go Govs from the employees of the Hughes County Jail. Welcome back to Washington High, the second trip for the Governors here this season. Brian Olton ready to go with play-by-play, and the Governors trying to get to the state tournament for the second year in a row, matching the feat of the Governor girls as they defeated Huron last night. We'll take a look at the girls' AA bracket momentarily when we talk about the state of basketball. With a quick reminder, we just heard from the Hughes County Jail, and they sponsor the origination of our broadcast. If you were watching our game from Sioux Falls Roosevelt last Friday, you'll have the same vantage point. We're in the upper corner of the bleacher section behind the Governor bench. So in the second half, the Governors, when they're going right to left, will be coming our way, and we'll have a good close-up view, hopefully at a the shots that seal the deal for the Governors, but that's a long ways away, and of course Pierre going to be an underdog in this one. But that is our view from the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth. And for those on the road in traveling, especially hopefully for state tournaments or whatever the case, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team. Still winter, they still remind us that snow means slow. Slow down and drive for the winter conditions when and if they do occur again. But sure, buckle up every trip, every time. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Well, let's take a look at that girls' bracket. Games in the SODAK 16 last night to wrap that up. The Pierre Governors got a 63-36 win over Huron. They will play Sioux Falls Jefferson in the first round of the state tournament on Thursday, and that'll be at the Sanford Pentagon here in Sioux Falls. Jefferson had a battle with Watertown, but they won it going away down the stretch 52-41. I think Watertown might have been leading that game going to the fourth quarter. Otherwise, in the top half of the bracket, top seed, unbeaten, O'Gorman, no trouble with Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 65-31. Rapid City Stevens, the 8th seed, knocking off Rapid City Central, the 9th seed, 56-39. So O'Gorman and Stevens will be the 1 and 8 seeds. They play the first match at the state tournament, followed by number 4 Jefferson against number 5 Pierre. In the bottom half of the bracket, that's set up. Number 2 Mitchell defeating number 15 Yankton 53-35 at the Corn Palace last night. Number 7 Harrisburg over Washington, 59-38. Harrisburg looking dominant in that one. Then in Brandon Valley, the Lynx, the 3rd seed, beat Brookings 65-49. And out west, Spearfish with some kind of second half. I think they had a halftime score of 27-26. And Spearfish ran away from Aberdeen Central, beating them 72-48. So Spearfish is the 6th seed. They'll play Brandon Valley in the final game of the first round. Coming up on Thursday, Mitchell and Harrisburg play the 3rd game overall, the first game of the evening session. Thursday's game with Pierre and Jefferson, a 1:45 scheduled tip-off, and we'll be on the air here on River 92.7 with that one starting at about 1:15. Meanwhile, for boys basketball, for these two teams, last weekend the Governors wrapped up the season coming off of losses convincingly to Mitchell and to Jefferson, both at home. They go on the road, played much better though. Still lost at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 68-61. Roosevelt is the 4 seed in the SODAK 16. Washington went out west and came away with 2 wins, a nip and tuck win at Rapid City Stevens, 58-55 on Friday night, and then they beat Rapid City Central 57-34 on Saturday afternoon. Central, one of 3 teams who did not make the SODAK 16. Douglas, Rapid City Central, and Brookings are watching the postseason here this weekend. Here's the SODAK 16 schedule. Number 1, Mitchell hosts number 16, Yankton. Tonight, it is Sioux Falls Jefferson, the 8th seed, playing Rapid City Stevens. I think that one tipping off at 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. Harrisburg hosts Sturgis. That's 2 versus 15. Watertown, the number 7, hosting number 10, Sioux Falls Lincoln. And then on the Pierre half of the bracket, number 4, Sioux Falls Roosevelt hosts number 13, Aberdeen Central. Here we've got number 5, Washington, hosting the Governors, who are the 12 seed. Brandon Valley is the 3, hosting number 14, Spearfish. And, number 6, Huron will play host to number 11, O'Gorman. You look at the power rankings, and there's quite a bunch up. Starting at number 8 with Sioux Falls Jefferson. After they beat Pierre, they kind of jumped a few spots. They ended up getting a home game down the stretch. They're 11-9. Then you've got Rapid City Stevens 12-8. They're the 9 seed. And then 3 teams, Lincoln, O'Gorman, and Pierre, all 10-10. They occupy the 10 through 12 spots. Things really could have been a number of different matchups here in the SODAK 16. But the Governors fell all the way to number 12 behind both Lincoln and O'Gorman, ahead of Aberdeen. Spearfish is 10-10. They're a 14 seed with a power average of just 38.5. But definitely could have been a number of different matchups. But it's Pierre and it's Washington, the state of basketball, here in our Bank West pregame show. Let us take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll chat with the coaches. We'll hear from Jeff Tobin of Sioux Falls, Washington later on. But our Central Dakota Eye Care keys to success begin with Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, as we return with postseason basketball, Governor basketball on River 92.7.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC. Registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
What? Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder! Yeah, that hurt.
And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Our keys to success begin with Brianna Kusler, the Governor head coach, and the SODAK 16 here at Sioux Falls, Washington. Coach, coming down the stretch in the regular season. It was a tough stretch with Mitchell and with Jefferson. You had a good game against Sioux Falls Roosevelt last Friday. Came up a little bit short, but starting to play better, hopefully, and you're going to need that tonight.
Certainly. You know, that game at the end of that regular season, regardless of if we won or lost, we wanted to be playing our best basketball. And I felt like that was the most complete game that we had in a very long time. I would say probably since the Bismarck game almost. And we played very similarly to how we played up in Bismarck as well. And, that's been an area of emphasis this week. And making sure that, of course, there's still some areas that we need to fine-tune, and we got back in the gym, got some different things added this week, and just as Sioux Falls, Washington was going to be doing as well, but, controlling the controllables, and that's tempo, pushing the ball as much as we can in transition, creating some opportunities. The Jefferson game versus the Roosevelt game, we've had like 15 more shot attempts. I mean, that just goes largely predicated on the tempo that we played with, and that the boys just pushed themselves.
Playing Washington here back on January 7th, you had a real hot start, and then all of a sudden things just went cold. Shots weren't falling, but I think the big key was in that game you got out-rebounded really for the first time all season.
It was, yeah, and I think it ended up being 13 boards, and that's just uncharacteristic for us. And I think it ended up being about 16 points overall, and that's not that large of a difference if you get some of those boards there, certainly. And I think we had 2 points in the third quarter that first game, and just things that you hope that you certainly don't have that happen again. Obviously, we haven't seen that again this year. We don't want it to be tonight either. But I think that was a great wake-up call for us. They took away some tendencies, but now when you've seen teams take away tendencies, our guys have continued to be having an attack mentality.
And they built a lot of confidence, I think, as that game went on. So if you can kind of put the kibosh to that a little bit, I think you can defend a little bit better against these guys.
Yep. And, having a week to prepare, these guys, Washington has had a week as well. I think this is going to be a dogfight, and I'm excited about the fighters that we have in this. They're competitors. They want what's best for each other. They're willing to share the ball. Pretty selfless, very selfless guys out there. And you want this so bad for kids who put forth that effort all the time, and that's this group. So, we've preached all week that it's your time to earn this opportunity because you deserve it.
So my key is to success, and you can paraphrase as much as you want, but stay focused and obviously keep executing, but play a full 32 minutes.
Absolutely.
Or more.
Yes. Hopefully it's only 32 and we take care of business in regulation, but if it does have to go extras, we'll be prepared for that. But everybody, we got 20 guys with us right now, 15 that can dress, 5 other guys, but every single one of them has a role. And how can we've been challenging them all week, how can they be exactly what we need them to be for the success of this team. And I'm confident in the kids that we have that each and every one of them will rise to that challenge.
One game, Coach. Go make it happen, all right?
Thank you.
Good luck. There's Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's conversation and keys to success are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. They actually are running down a pregame clock already here, so I'm not sure what the rest of the schedule here is. We may have to forego our conversation with Jeff Tobin, the head coach of the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors. Let's hear from Central Dakota Eye Care, and let's take a 2-minute timeout. We may be coming back and breezing through our starting lineups coming up in just a little bit. In fact, as I try to get a gauge going on here, let's give you the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Envirotech. For Sioux Falls, Washington, it's Samuel Baskin, a 6'1 junior. Tommy Hoffman, the one that'll make them go for the most part. He's a 6'2 junior. Brennan Verhey, 6'1 and a junior. And Lucas Johnson, a 6'6 junior in at forward. Jace Woods played a big game, a 6'3 sophomore as a guard the last time these two teams met. Did you hear all that? Junior, sophomore, the starting five for Sioux Falls, Washington, and Baskin, Hoffman, Verhey in the backcourt, and Johnson and Woods up front. Lubab Kambalo is a great guard off the bench. He's a 5'7" senior, and Hayden Schilling and among others, names that we'll hear coming in for the 13-7 Sioux Falls Washington Warriors. They're the 5 seed. Head coach is Jeff Tobin, assisted by Mike Holstein, J.J. Hayden, Will Hanneman, and Kason Thies. The Washington Warriors starters brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Here are the Governors with Luke Olson, the 5'11 junior, along with Cade Kaiser, the 6'2 senior. Dawson Getz, 6'3 junior. Washington knows they'll have to keep a hand in his face. Miles Doyle, the 6'1 senior, and Jet Zabel, hopefully to be a load for the Warriors to handle today. A 6'5 senior for the Governors. Olson, Zabel, Kaiser, Getz, Doyle, the starting 5. Ty and Buss, Eladio Simmental, Cooper Terwilliger, Key in reserve for the Governors, coming in 10-10 on the season. They were 8-4 at one point, but a tough stretch down the way the second half of the year, as they'll come in at number 12 seeded in South Dakota. Head coaches Brianna Kuzler, assistant coaches Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Latrell LaRush, and Craig Ullman. Those are the starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. They're naming all of the players. The starting lineups on the floor, the actual starting 5 coming up. Let's pause for a minute, and we're back with more of our Bank West pregame. This is Governor postseason basketball.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek of Central Dakota Eye Care. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key in finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 and schedule an appointment. New patients are always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in the game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 605-224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use their mobile app Waste Connect, check their website, or receive a robocall for collection schedule because of weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Hearing from Central Dakota Eye Care, sponsoring Keys to Success. Also Envirotech with the starting lineups. The other starting lineup is today's game officials. The law on the court, licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate and assigned by the SDHSAA to officiate this playoff game. Today's game officials are Lee Taylor, Adam Kellenberger, and Matt Heeb here from the Sioux Falls area. Thanks, guys, for being the law on the court and for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Our law on the court, Matt Heeb, Adam Kellenberger, Lee Taylor. They're brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. As the starting lineups are coming up on the floor, in fact, they'll do National Anthem first with a presentation of colors with the Sioux Falls Washington Junior ROTC group. Let us take a 3-minute timeout. We're back with more Pierre Governor postseason basketball.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Living with less pain means living at your best. But an action-packed life can wear your body down. Avera Orthopedics keeps you moving with total joint replacements for pain you don't have to live with. Find relief with the region's largest orthopedic physician team of specialized surgeons so you can keep moving forward. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/totaljoint.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at capitalcityfordtoyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Happy Leap Month from Beck Motor Company of Pierre. We are celebrating that extra day with $29 off a light detail and $29 for a hand wash in our detail department. In our parts department, we have buy 3 tires and get 1 free. As always, we have the price match guarantee. See all our vehicle offers and specials at www.beck-motors.com. 224-5912.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Back at Washington High in the northeastern part of Sioux Falls as we get closer to the tip-off. Pierre and Sioux Falls, Washington, the winner on to the state AA boys basketball tournament. That'll be at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in 2 weekends, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from now. The girls at the Sanford Pentagon next week, already featuring the Pierre Governors. They'll take on Sioux Falls Jefferson, the second game of the tournament on Thursday afternoon. The upcoming action for Pierre sports, obviously it's only basketball and state tournaments are all that are left, but congratulations to the Governor wrestlers, the boys team finishing in second with individual champions Tristan Spencer, Lucas Chamberlain, and Chance Sarda from a week ago. Also the Governor girls, once again, 3rd time in a row, the team champions as they edged Canton by 1/2 of 1 point, thanks in large part to Abigail Lewis winning her first state individual title. Gymnastics was a couple of weeks ago, but the Governors had a 6th-place finish at home as they hosted that state gymnastics tournament. And in hockey, the girls' state tournament is going on. The Oahe Capitals are the 4 seed in that tournament. They got a win over Brookings yesterday, 6-3. They played top seed Sioux Falls Flyers at 7 o'clock tonight. That tournament being played in Watertown. Best of luck. Also in Watertown from Fine Arts arrangements, that is the state debate tournament or meet that is going on in Watertown. Best of luck continued today to Pierre debaters in that one. The opening tip is next. We're coming back in 30 seconds. The SODAK 16 and a state tournament trip is on the line. The tip brought to you by Comtech in Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology. It's the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Here we go. Welcome back to Sioux Falls as the opening tip controlled by the Governors. Cade Kaiser tipped it, and then Dawson Getz tipped it back to him. As Jace Woods got a pretty good hand on it as well. But the Governors in road black here today. Green numbers, white trim. They're moving left to right here in the first half against the Washington Warriors in home white with the orange numbers and trim. Kaiser inside on the right block out to Luke Olson as he makes his way. Nice little crossover behind the back dribble. Here's Miles Doyle. Shot clock down to 7. Doyle drives, but that shot is altered, and it's taken away by Tommy Hoffman and the Washington Warriors. The Governors will come up empty on their first possession. Pierre got a great start in the last time these two teams met, but they couldn't get much going after that once the second period began. Here is Woods out to Hoffman. A quick fire, 3 off the mark. It's no good. Doyle is up for a Governor rebound. Tommy Hoffman, the 6'2 junior, number 4, will be one to watch for the Washington Warriors. Here is Doyle, the handoff. Nice feed underneath as Luke Olson will lay it up and in. Sharing the basketball, a key to success for the Governors, according to Coach Brianna Kuzler. Already one assisted basket. Here's Hoffman trying to kick it back out, but this pass is stolen by Cade Kaiser. He'll take it the distance and lay it up and in. The reverse with the right hand on the left side. And Cade Kaiser puts the Govs on top 4-0, a minute and a half in. And we talked about all of these teams that are bunched together. I think as we got a whistle and we'll have a foul away from the basketball. The Warrior, Hoffman, got put to the floor somehow. And the Governors will commit their first team foul. That goes to Zabel. Obviously, the Governors will have to stay out of foul trouble as much as possible. Here on the top of the key, Samuel Baskin backing in. To the right side, up top still Lucas Johnson against Dawson Getz. He'll hand it off, and the drive and the runner too strong off the glass. Second chance no good, third chance, and we've got a foul as Brennan Verhey crashing the boards a couple of times. Washington came up empty on the efforts, but Baskin to the free throw line. Jet Zabel was in the area, and he may have to, they're going to call lane violation here as Miles Doyle was walking toward his coach as I don't know if he realized that Verhey had the basketball on the free throw line. I was just going to say Jet Zabel was in the area. And if that was his second personal foul, they don't have it on the board yet, but it was Miles Doyle, thank you. 2 for 2 here in Verhey, who didn't get that first one, but of course with a lane violation got a second chance, then put the first one down. He gets the second one as well. 4-2, we're 2 minutes in. Pierre on top here, just underway. SODAK 16. Across the way, here comes Zabel, and he'll be challenged, and he'll be blocked by Tommy Hoffman. Good defensive play there for Hoffman. Now it's Baskin for 3, good. And Washington will take their first lead, 5-4. A defensive stop and a great defensive play by Hoffman. Washington likes to shoot the 3, especially if they're given the time and the space. Here's a guy that likes to do that too, Dawson Getz. Baskin is right there on him. Here's Kaiser. Bouncer to Zabel, turnaround shot. Doesn't get it off the glass to go. And Verhey will take the rebound. The Governors scored the first 4, but Washington is back with the last 5, and they've got the basketball. 5-5 to go, quarter number 1. Hoffman, he'll pop up from the stop and pop from the top of the key, and up high, Jace Woods with the tip in. And Woods, who had a big game against the Governors, especially in the rebounding battle, if I remember right, he was our player of the game. Pass through the hands of Getz in the lane, comes to Jet Zabel. Jet will make the move, and he'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 7-4, Washington With 4:43 to go, we're in the first quarter. We'll keep tabs on other scores that are going on this afternoon throughout the ball game here. Didn't catch who that foul was on yet. Zabel first free throw attempt is off the front of the rim. Now, even though the Governors got the first 4 points, a couple of layups, but I'll be honest, right now it looks like they may be a little bit tentative here. Zabel's second free throw is a better stroke. His first point is down. That ends a 7-point flurry as the foul went to Lucas Johnson, number 14. Washington leading by 2. Still early, still in the first half of the first period. Brian Oakland play-by-play. Colby Carey in studio. Caleb Brozick has made the trip to do camera work for Live Ticket as well. Hoffman all the way underneath the basket. Kick back to Jace Woods, who's got good vertical. He will throw it down with 2 hands. Slam dunk there for the 6'3 sophomore. Here's a backdoor cut, but Getz has it tipped away. Verhey may have gotten a hand on it. First turnover for the Governors, but Luke Olson will take it right back, and he'll be reached in upon on the way back the other way by Samuel Baskin. So Baskin will pick up his first personal. And we have our first substitutions in. Eladio Simmental checks in from Miles Doyle for the Governors. And the talented point guard, Lubob Kambalo, a 5'7 senior, coming in for the first time. And it looks like Verhey is the one who takes a chair for the Warriors. Here's Olson back to the right side, near side. Getz off the right block, jumper. Cade Kaiser no good. Zabel saves it back into the hands of Cade Kaiser, and the Governors will get a second crack at it. Kaiser has it again on the right wing. Bounces it back to Zabel. Jet makes his move, fumbles the dribble, then just picks it up and fires. 15-footer on the right baseline is off the mark, no good. Backside rebound down to Lucas Johnson. Washington looking to add to a 9-5 lead. Kambalo with Simmental guarding him, back to Tommy Hoffman against Luke Olson. He stops. Oh, he pulls a Luke Olson move right there. He hit the brakes, and Luke Olson flew right by. Hoffman turns around and puts the jumper back up and in with one hand. That is a Luke Olson move. He usually does that against bigger players. Here's Getz looking for space. He fires a 3. It's no good. Simmental working hard on the glass. Gets it back, but now a loose ball through the hands of Luke Olson. And this will be a fumble and a turnover by the Governors. Back we go to Washington in the lane. Woods up and over the top of Jet Zabel, and Jace Woods is 3 for 3. Soft touch there, good shooter's touch. He hit the back of the rim, but it just set right there and fell right on through. 13-5. Washington looking good so far. Here goes Kaiser challenging, and he is fouled. No, they're saying clean block, jump ball, Washington basketball. Good play defensively. Washington's getting it done on both ends of the floor now. And this will have to go as a turnover as the Governors lose it on the held ball in the simultaneous possession. Here comes the senior tie-in bus on for the first time. Dawson gets out. 2:25 to play in the first quarter. The Governors scored the first 4 points of the game, but they've been outscored 13-1 ever since. And it's 13-5. Here's Kambalo to Hoffman. New player in, Benjamin Sprecher, a 6'4 freshman who's been playing well, according to Coach Jeff Tobin, down the stretch. Kambalo gets around Buss, but Buss, well, he didn't get a hand on it. Kambalo loses the dribble, and it's out of bounds. And it is Governor basketball. Turnover number 3 early on for Sioux Falls, Washington. 2 minutes to play. First quarter. Warriors having a first quarter kind of like the Governors did the last time the Govs were here. Swinging around, the Governors on the left side. Here's Kaiser now. One dribble and a pickup. Now a reset with Olson. 15 on the shot clock. Gets around Kambalo. And it is back here with Kaiser. Inside the free throw line, Simmental, he fires a 3, that shot is blocked. 5 on the shot clock, fading away. Olson airballs it from the right corner. Had to hurry it, but it's caught on the backside by Brennan Verhey. And now quickly up the floor, Kambalo tries one from the left side, that won't go. Kaiser rebounds, Zabel has it, he spins, he's blocked for a second time. Woods gets him here. 2 block shots against Jet Zabel. was probably one of the top 5 strongest basketball players in Class AA. Still 13-5 as we come down to the minute mark. And Hoffman going to be fouled. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again and question maybe if there wasn't a travel or something like that. But Hoffman in the act of shooting will go to the free throw line. And Luke Olson committing his first with an even 1 minute to play, quarter number 1. A slow start as it's turned out for the Govs, even though they hit their first 2 shots of the afternoon. Hoffman off the front end, no good. The first of 2. Jace Woods has been a factor. He is checking out with 6 points so far here in the first period. Samuel Baskin back in. Tommy Hoffman, the leading scorer for this team, gets his first, one of 2, and his 3rd point. He'll check out for the rest probably of the first period. As Lucas Johnson is back on. Jet Zabel gets a break as well. Cooper Terwilliger, the 6'5 freshman, on for the first time for the Govs. Tie and bus to Luke Olson. Terwilliger, Kaiser, and Simmental still in there. Here's Buss. Does not shoot from the top of the key. Kaiser back to Luke Olson. Fakes a pass inside. Terwilliger tries to give him a screen. Olson bobbles but picks it up. Now it's Buss. He tries to feed to Terwilliger. Back out to the corner as it got away. Simmental runs it down. 5 on the shot clock, but we've got a blocking foul on the floor, and this will go to Lubab Kambalo. Team foul number 3 for Washington. They lead 14-5. And even 30 seconds left, and on the reset of the shot clock, it will be turned off to close out the first period here. Governors would love to get a basket down here to close out the first quarter. They led 4-0 2 minutes into this one, but the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds have been just 1 free throw full of output. 8 seconds as Olson crosses over, jump step, challenges, and somehow the little guy gets it to go. Full court jumper and or a half court rather. Kambalo almost got one to go, but it's off the mark and on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of 1. It's Sioux Falls, Washington 14 and the 12th seeded Governors 7. Gales Gas Service up here with the scoreboard. Let's pause for 60 seconds. Quarter number 2 coming up next. You're listening to Governor Postseason Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
But take it away, the Warriors right to left in home white with orange back on the attack. Washington 5 of 11 in the first half. Governors went 2 for 2 to start, but 1 for 11 after that. Shot missed, up no good. Jet Zabel battling, trying to keep it alive. Somehow Lucas Johnson comes out of there with it, but he moves his feet coming up off the knees, and he is called for a travel. So Jet Zabel with some good hustle, trying to keep things alive. Washington comes up empty that time. The only other game going on right now is actually Harrisburg hosting Sturgis, the number 2 seed Tigers against the 15 Scoopers. And that's all Harrisburg, 28-7 at the end of 1 quarter of play. A couple of other games here in the Sioux Falls area will start at 3. Dawson gets with a step back 3. This time it's no good, and Woods will control the rebound. for Washington. The Governors are going to need Getz to be hitting shots. But Samuel Baskin and company have been on him pretty tight so far. Here's Brennan Verhey, and an out-of-bounds play as Verhey feeds to Baskin. He was out of bounds, did not have his feet set. Brianna Kusler was right on the call. That'll be turnover number 4. The official out closer to the scorer's table actually saw that play. The guy on the end line really wasn't looking at the footing. Can't fault him for not making that call. Here's Getz, far corner, but out near the half-court line. Now it's Olsen to Eladio Simmental. He drives. It's a double team. Back to Getz. Now Simmental again, and another pass tip. Keeps it alive. Zabel picks it up on the baseline. Loose ball to Olsen, then to Getz in the middle of the paint, and Dawson Getz will put his first basket up and in. Govs within 5 at 14-9, 6:09 to play, second quarter. There's the first points for either team of the second stanza. Here's Lucas Johnson to Jace Woods. Starting 5 all in there for the Warriors. As Hoffman, oh, look at this. Tommy Hoffman penetrates. He draws a double team, and then he threads the needle and feeds Jace Woods for the basket. Another slam for Woods, his second of the early going. That was just a gorgeous pass by Tommy Hoffman. Here Jet Zabel gets hammered. Kind of a late call. The Pierre fans called that one before the officials did, but Zabel gets hit upside the head, misses the shot. He's got 2 free throws coming. And Zabel misses the first of 2 this time. Jace Woods picking up his first personal. Cubs obviously are going to have to hit free throws if they want to stay with these Warriors too. Second one this time, in and out, no good. Woods up high for the rebound. Jet 1 out of 4 so far, and only 1 point. 5.5 counting down, second period. Here goes Woods to the block, left side up, no good, and Zabel will wrestle the rebound away from Verhey. Up ahead, Olsen steps in between defenders and lays it up and in with a finger roll. Fast break, transition basket, good for the Governors. And they're within 5 again, 16-11. Zip pass underneath, and Baskin hesitates. He tries to get a jump hook to go, and it's no good. Zabel had the rebound, lost it, and we've got a foul that'll go against Baskin and the Warriors. So Washington comes up empty, and then the Governors win another hustle battle. And Baskin picking up his second personal foul. He'll check out. Kambalo is back in off the bench, under 5 to go. Second period, 16-11, Washington leading. Here is Olsen setting up, far side, left wing, it's Dawson Getz. Zabel, head fake. Miles Doyle back in there off of the starting lineup, and Cade Kaiser puts a player to the floor. They'll call it offensive. Feet were shuffling with a Washington defender, but I think Cade Kaiser went right through his chest, and even that's a stipulation. You can move your feet defensively, but if the offensive player goes essentially right through you, you still will be called for an offensive foul. Not a bad call there. 5th turnover for the Governors. Cade Kaiser with his first personal. Kambalo lost the dribble again, but it was picked up by Washington. Lubob gets it back. Olsen blocks. Lubob on the way. He'll lay it up, but no good. Woods up high with another tip in. Jace Woods is a force for these Washington Warriors. Here is Olsen. Washington up by 7 again. Kaiser up high. Draws the foul with a pump fake. And this will be Tommy Hoffman's first personal. Cade Kaiser will go to the free throw line. 3 fouls as a team for Washington here. Governors are moving the ball well, but again, I think even with contact, they've got to find a way to get these bunnies off the square and to get them to fall through. And again, they've got to make free throws. Kaiser off the back of the rim on the first one. Here so far, 1 for 5 from the stripe, and we're halfway through the second period of play. Kaiser's second one is good. His third point, 18-12. Washington by 6 with the basketball right to left across the timeline. Hand off Hoffman to Camballo. And a little bouncer to Verhey. And then a little reach by Miles Doyle. That's such a touchy play sometimes. You seem to have a good enough reach in Doyle's case here to tip the basketball away, but it doesn't take much. You get him on the wrist, and that's your second personal foul for Miles Doyle. Inbound off of the end line. Verhey is blocked by Simmental, but he'll be the one to knock it away out of bounds. Another good defensive play here. The Governors are stiffening up on D. Blocking some shots. We've seen Washington block a few as well. Here's Camballo with a step-aside three. That one won't go from the left corner. Hoffman on the backside rebounds. He'll get it back to Camballo. Second chance, no good again. And Zabel, or rather Kaiser, with the rebound. Up ahead, the Governors in road black. Simmental on the move to the free throw line. Back to Olsen with it. Olsen on the move, fakes and then reverses. Right-hander is up and good. Luke Olsen is the offensive catalyst for the Governors right now. He's got 8 points. The Govs trail 18-14. 3-ball, airballed by Lucas Johnson. Caught on the backside by Jet Zabel. The Governors left to right. Zabel lost the dribble, picks it back up. He wants to drive all the way, but he's too strong off the glass. A little up high. Zabel on his backside. Ball is tipped. That's an offensive rebound for Jet. And then we have a ball knocked away by the Warriors out of bounds. The Governors continuing to do some good things in the hustle game. Still hoping for some more offensive consistency, but they'll have an inbound coming after a new shot clock, which I'm a little surprised by. I don't think Zabel hit the rim on his last shot. Here's Olsen, up no good. This time his first miss from inside the arc. And the freshman Ben Sprecher in there for the rebound. Here come the Warriors leading 18-14. 2:40 to play, second period. No look pass underneath Woods. Hoffman and Woods work as well together as any 1-2 combination I think we've seen all season long. Well, Mitchell had a couple of good ones as well, and their point guard and Marcus Talley and Colton Smith. Kaiser down to the baseline, but he loses the dribble out of bounds. Governors will turn it over. Baskin will check in. 2:21 to play. Second quarter, 20-14. Warriors in front. They'll slow it up here as they'll walk it across the timeline. Hoffman shouting out signals. Pierre crowd, as always, has traveled very well. Washington on the adult side represented pretty well. They've got plenty of room across the way in the student body. Pierre doesn't have a lot, but they've got a few students that have made the trip as well. Here goes Hoffman, baseline drive. Misses it off the square, and Zabel, battling this time against Woods, will win the race to the rebound, but Simmental misses the outlet pass. Zabel kind of threw that one a little bit low, and Eladio, I think, was expecting it to bounce back up, but the candy hop wasn't there. Brianna Kusler sensing now is a good time to take a quick break. 30-second Coca-Cola timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with them. Timeout's brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. We've got 1:53 left in the first half. The Governors trail Washington 20-14. Governor postseason basketball is on River 92.7.
Synergy Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Cola bottling in your favorite Coke product. Nice weather. Good time for a Coke. Icy cold. Hopefully the Governors won't be icy cold the rest of this game. In and out for three. It's Samuel Baskin that won't go. Zabel will rebound. The Governors try to speed it up. Here's Olsen on the baseline. He's got another pretty reverse, and Luke Olsen has 10 of the Governors' 16 points. 20-16. Pierre is hanging right with these Warriors this time around. Hoffman Stops at the left elbow, feeds underneath, it's Woods, and Zabel gets him on the wrist as he takes it back up. Simmental was there defensively as well, but it'll be Jace Woods. Luke Olson having a ball game. Woods, he's got 2 better. He has a dozen. Second personal for Jet Zabel. And Woods at the free throw line, missing his first of 2. 12 points, 6 of 7 shooting. He's got a couple of throwdowns as well, and we have a lane violation on the shooter this time as Woods crosses the charity line. So Pierre basketball, Woods had a soft touch and had that one fall, but wave it off. It remains a 4-point ball game, 20-16. Simmental to Olson, and Olson bobbles. Hoffman is there to take it away, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow, I believe, goes to Washington, and it does. That'll be a turnover for the Governors. 5 turnovers here in the second period for Pierre. Miles Doyle with 2 fouls comes back in. Simmental is out. The starting 5 all in for the Governors right now. Ben Sprecher, a freshman off the bench, along with 4 other starters for the Warriors. Verhey the only one out. Sprecher hands off. Lucas Johnson on the weave back to Hoffman, looking to cross over. Olson defends that well. Johnson, Sprecher on the move against Doyle, and a nice feed from the freshman to Hoffman. Hoffman has 4 assists, but he takes his first feed this time and lays it up and in on the left side, or on the right side with the left hand. Final half minute of the first half, 22-16. Washington by 6. Student body wants some defense. Olson shuffling in, and Sprecher gets him this time with a block shot. Taking it away, Washington can get the last shot down under 10 seconds here. Hoffman drives against Doyle, stops midway, turns around, and he travels with it. He put a left-hand jump hook up and in, pardon me, but Hoffman disagreeing with the call. That's turnover number 5, and that gives the Governors 3.7 seconds to go the length of the floor to try to get the last shot down. A low-scoring first half. Kaiser throws a fastball to Zabel. Zabel on the run. Three-pointer is in and out. No good. A line drive that rimmed and used every inch of the rim, but it came out, and the Governors will settle for a 6-point deficit going to the halftime locker room break. On your Gales Gas Service scoreboard at Sioux Falls, Washington 22, and the Pierre Governors 16. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. The Governors outscored Washington 9-8, again in a low-scoring second quarter of play. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. The Govs trail by 6. We reach halftime, and halftime comes to us as a courtesy of Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial. You'll find them in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza, East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Back in 3 minutes, the SODAK 16 Governor postseason basketball is on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Gliding to the basket, out to 3, Jay Hayes, good! And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Dano's Marine in Fort Pierre is your one-stop shop for all things boats and watercraft. They are your local Vexus and Alumacraft boat dealer, some of the best boats on the water. Dano's also offers a full line of services to maintain your boat out of the water so you can enjoy more time on the water. Their certified technicians proudly service Yamaha, Mercury, and Everroot motors. Stop in today to visit about your next watercraft. Dano's Marine, proud sponsor of Pier and Fort Pier athletics and events.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePier.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at dancingsky.com.
Refined design, remarkable capabilities. The Ford Edge at Capital City Ford delivers everyone and everything in style and comfort. Bold and aggressive on the outside, lavish with lots of tech on the inside. This SUV does a whole lot more than haul groceries. Travel with confidence when purchasing your all-new Ford Edge from Capital City Ford. And for a limited time, qualified buyers can purchase at 1.9 APR for 72 months. Check out the full vehicle lineup at CapitalCityFord.com. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
The word cooperative means working together for a common purpose. At Actegra Cooperative, we are dedicated to supporting the success of our farmers and the health of our communities for generations to come. Rooted in our communities, Actegra strives to instill dedication, determination, and integrity in everything we do. And that includes inspiring the next generation of agricultural leaders.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Are you looking for an economical way to extend your feed supply and reduce feed costs? Get more out of your feed with an ND Eco S or U-Series feed mixers from Grossenberg Implement. They are compact and economical, single or dual augers with a lower loading height, suitable for any operation. Process, mix, and feed a uniform total mix ration to minimize waste, extend your feed supply, and reduce your feed costs. Get a step ahead of the rest with a new ND Eco vertical feed mixer available from Grossenberg Implement.
Titan machine. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And like the Governor girls, who won their trip last night with a win over Huron, would play the second game of the state tournament in 2 weeks at the Denny Sanford Premier Center against the winner of the 4 versus 13 matchup. That's Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Aberdeen Central. They'll be tipping off at 3 o'clock. Brandon Valley and Spearfish also tipping off at 3. Sioux Falls Jefferson and Rapid City Stevens here in Sioux Falls tipping off at 3. Later on this afternoon, Mitchell and Yankton at the Corn Palace tip-off at 5. Huron hosting O'Gorman, Watertown hosting Sioux Falls Lincoln. Those are 6 o'clock tip-offs. The only other 2 o'clock start time game has Harrisburg leading at the half, 46-19 over the 15 seed Sturgis Scoopers. Here we go in the second half. The Comtech opening possession, brought to you by Comtech in Pierre, has the Governors on the first one, and it's an alley-oop, but a play set up right off the bat as Cade Kaiser feeds to Luke Olson. Of course, Olson can't get up and slam it home, but he catches it and lays it up and in. The Governors are within 4 to start the second half. And there's Tommy Hoffman feeding Brendan Verhey. 1, 2, 3. They can't get it to go. And Zabel gets a rebound. He'll be clipped from there. I think Washington had their own play set up as well. Tommy Hoffman, great penetration as usual. But it was Brendan Verhey missing on a couple of opportunities. And even Jace Woods had a tip opportunity that wouldn't go. Zabel came down with it, Washington committing a foul. And it is Woods, his second personal. First foul to start the second half, and the Governors will work one inside. Olson to Zabel, the layup is good on the bunny. And he's got a foul to add to it and a chance at a three-point play. Jet Zabel, who was kept off the board from the floor. No field goals in 5 tries in the first half. Gets one to go here, but he will not get the free throw. Woods has the rebound, that one rimming in and out. The Governors are within 2 as they start the second half, the way they started the first half. with the first 4 points on the board. Last foul there, maybe a Brennan Verhey. Here's Woods. Too strong off the glass from the left side. Kaiser rebounds. And it was Verhey's first personal. Here comes Olsen. Right to left for the Governors in road black now. Kaiser out to Miles Doyle. Loses the dribble. Zabel picks it up on the low block, though. Right side. Kicks it back out. Olsen. Still plenty of time in the possession here for the Governors. Olsen drives, fakes, scores! Once again, we are tied. 6 in a row for Pierre to start the third period, 22-22. This is the energy the Governors are going to need and the focus and the offensive efficiency they're going to need the rest of the way. Hoffman tries a three. It won't go. Long-armed attempt for Zabel. He'll tip it to Olsen, and the Governors can take their first lead since scoring the first 4 points of the game, and they do! It's Kaiser for 2. Long one off of the perimeter. 8 in a row for the Governors. Their fans are on their feet. It's 24-22. And a timeout called by Sioux Falls, Washington. A full timeout, I believe it was. Let's take 60 seconds, and we are back off this Coca-Cola timeout. You're listening to Governor Postseason Basketball.
Machinery is actively hiring service technicians to our Case IH team in Highmore, Miller, and Pierre. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make upwards of 6 figures. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, free single health care, and a generous tool allowance. For more information, log into titanmachinery.com/careers or contact Titan Machinery, your Case IH dealer at 701-356-0130.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Their timeout, their first used of the game. Fumble a pass at the high post, and the Governors there with a pickup. Pierre can add. Kaiser back to Olsen. They tried that same play, but the pass this time led Olsen too far under the basket. Woods is there for a rebound for the Warriors. Back left to right for the home team in white. And a pull-up baseline jumper won't go. Miles Doyle off of the Lucas Johnson miss. The Governors set up in the half court. Kaiser off of the right elbow. Back to Olsen. Crosses over against Woods. And pass will be tipped by Baskin out of bounds underneath. 5:15 to go, third quarter. And again, Luke Olsen will inbound here. Governors not with a lot of motion. Now Kaiser, pump fake, comes up short. Here is Zabel coming out of there with it. Save it. No, it's into the hands of Brennan Verhey. The takeaway here, and Hoffman will lay it up and in the other way. I think in retrospect, in hindsight, maybe Zabel didn't have to save that. I thought he had some room. Here's Getz for 3. That won't go. He's 0 for 3 from long range. Up high is Johnson for the rebound. And Washington pulling back even on that last basket. It's 24-24. Hoffman trying to get the lead back. Olsen blocks him this time. Hoffman falling down, keeps it alive though. Still Washington basketball, 18 on the possession clock. Baskin, right wing, out to Lucas Johnson. And now Hoffman trying to get around Luke Olsen again. Stop, jump hook, no good. Olsen rebounds. Olsen up the near side to Miles Doyle. Finds Zabel in the half circle. Driving, he comes up short. He'll draw contact and head to the free throw line. This is Brennan Verhey. There's one thing about Jet Zabel. Again, he's a football player playing basketball. He's very good, very physical, very fast, deceivingly. But if I could just add one thing to his game, that would be to have a little bit softer touch around the basket. He's got a good shooting stroke. But sometimes, and in this case, I think the case was that Zabel just gets going a little too far in front of himself, gets ahead of himself, and that forces the shot to go off the glass a little too strong. And it was a line drive from point-blank range. However, Zabel gets the 2 for 2 this time. It's 26-24 Governors. Here's Baskin shooting from the free throw line. No good. Zabel rebounds. The Governors have the breakaway, and Kaiser misses the layup. There's a foul. And they're counting it. Goaltending. Kaiser will get the layup. Jace Woods came back, I believe it was. He rattled the backboard, and that contributed in the officials' minds. Well, whether it does or not, they say it contributes to the ball falling off the rim on that layup. So the Governors lead 28-24. Woods against Zabel, and there's contact here, and Jace Woods will go to the free throw line. This is a big foul. Jet Zabel going to pick up his third personal on the afternoon. 3:40 to go. Oh, it is just his second. I thought he had one earlier, so as Woods gets free throws, didn't get the first one. They didn't put it on the board. I guess I wasn't watching. And the second one is good for Jace Woods. 1 out of 2. He's 1 for 3 on the stripe. 28-25. The Governors by a triple. Here's Getz. Olsen down to the corner right in front of us. Out to the wing. Now he drives and he tries to kick out. And there is a Washington hand on the pass. And the Governors will throw in over by the corner as the cheerleaders from Pierre, who made the trip, will have to part ways for just a bit. Ty and Bus checking in for the Governors. The inbound to Dawson Getz. No room to shoot. Baskin again right there defensively. That is such a key for the Governors not to have Dawson Getz available to shoot. What they have is Luke Olsen on the drive. He misses, however, this time. Zabel with an offensive rebound. Now Getz for 3. It still won't go. That was his best look of the afternoon so far. But Hoffman is down with the rebound. We've got 3 minutes to play. Hoffman, the kid makes plays. 9 points, and he had a double pump, left-handed dipsy-do to get that one to go to put the Warriors back within 1. 28-27. Here's Woods. Steal. One-hand jam. His third of the game. Well, it's not the Governors slam Central Station from a year ago, but Jace Woods has his third in a row. Ty and Bus tries a step-back 3. It's an air ball. Pierre thinks that ball was tipped, but they won't get that call. And I tell you what, Ty and Bus, his percentage isn't that good over the course of the season, but he is capable of making those. And somebody other than Dawson Getz, I believe, is going to have to make a big three-point shot in this game, because Washington is white on rice when it comes to defending Dawson Getz. Here's Lubab Kambalo. He's in there. Off the bench, first substitution for the Warriors, who can take the lead. Tommy Hoffman from 25 feet, in and out, no good. Zabel rebounds. Jet had 7 in the first half. We've got a foul on the floor as Jet Zabel speeding ahead. And I believe this is the freshman, Benjamin Sprecher, who has checked in, trying to keep pace with the future North Dakota State Bison tight end. No, it's Jace Woods, and that is his third personal. He will check out, and that is a big foul for Sioux Falls, Washington. 2 minutes to play, third quarter, 29-28 Washington. And as Jet Zabel is fouled from behind on the entry pass, Tommy Hoffman in a little bit of disbelief again. And that's 5 fouls for the Warriors here in the third period. Just under 2 minutes to go. The Governors are in the bonus. Pierre has only committed 1 foul in the third period. First free throw here for Zabel is good. He'll get another one. Sprecher checking out. Sam Baskin back in for Washington. First one ties it. Zabel for the lead again is good. Swish. Jet 4 of 5 in the second half after going just 1 for 4 in the first half from the stripe. 30-29, Governors lead. The winner onto the state AA basketball tournament in a couple of weeks. Here's Camballo. Got around Bus, but he has got some good helping defense. Baskin out in the corner. Baseline closed off. Now Lucas Johnson lays it up and in. Tough shot over Dawson Getz. Lucas Johnson's first field goal of the game. It's 31-30 Warriors. Right to left, Olsen setting things up. Bus on the far side right. Kaiser, lob not available to Zabel. He'll go set a screen for Luke Olsen. Olsen spins and comes up short. They'll call a travel. It's something you see a lot this year. Officials have been, I think, instructed to really call these pivot plays a lot tighter. Olsen trying to cover a lot of ground with just a good basketball move. A little too good. First turnover in the second half for the Governors. Three ball up, no good, but a long rebound and fed back underneath Baskin to Hoffman. He'll lay it up and in. And Luke Olsen flying by, clips him for a foul. Olsen's second personal. Now Washington leads by 3 with a chance for another. 58 seconds, clock stopping third quarter. Hoffman's free throw is good. Hoffman was 7 in the third quarter, now 34-30. Washington by 4 after the Governors scored the first 8 of the half. Getz is blocked. Pierre fans want a foul, won't get it, but there's a backdoor pass by Olsen. Good play set up, but again, good defense for the Warriors. Zabel pulls up, and the floater won't go. My goodness, in and out, no good. Hoffman, long pass with a long outlet. Here's Camballo for 3. That won't go, and Zabel flying by is the last to touch. It'll stay with Sioux Falls, Washington. 21 seconds to go. Third quarter. Again, the hustle is really something to behold for the Governors, but Washington, after Pierre had that hot start in the third period, has kind of been up to speed as well. That's what's making this game really entertaining, and Cade Kaiser intercepts an inbound pass, and one of the officials is right there in his way. Kaiser was ready to come down with it on the near side, but the official in his way, and he's called for a travel, so no change of possession. Washington inbounds again. That was a tough break for the Governors. Got to play around the officials. They're doing a good job in this one. 10 seconds. Camballo will flash signals. He'll go around Bus. He looks to drive. He'll kick it back out. Hoffman for 3. It's good. Tommy Hoffman in the corner and a steal of the inbound. Hoffman doesn't get a layup, though, to close out the period. Washington on a flurry to finish the third quarter. The Governors had one to start, but Washington finishes a little bit better at the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at Sioux Falls, Washington, 37, and the Governors 30 scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierce. 60 seconds to the state tournament, or 60 seconds with 8 minutes to go to the state tournament. We're back with more Governor postseason basketball.
Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And that is his fourth personal. You talk about a big foul. Well, the PA announcer said 4. I had him for 3. And the scoreboard says 2. They say 3 on the board now, so we're going to stick with 3. Here's Kaiser, 18-footer, it's good. Cade Kaiser, who's hit some big mid-range jumpers this year, maybe needing some more. He has 9 points. Governor seniors like Kaiser trying to get 3 more games and avoid playing their final game here. Here's a steal by Kaiser near half court. He'll slow it up, wait for everybody else to catch up. 37-32 Washington. Zabel leaning in again, coming up short. Blocking foul on the floor that'll go to Verhey. Washington fans aren't going to like this, but again, Jet Zabel. And what we were talking about earlier, Zabel tends to get ahead of himself. He does tend to lean in close to the basket, trying to draw contact. Well, he got the contact. But what he's doing, in my opinion, not that I'm a supreme authority on this subject or anything, but I think he just kind of takes himself or diminishes his percentage of making the basket. Third personal for Verhey. Brianna Kuzler will take a timeout. It's a 30-second Coca-Cola break. Zabel shoots freebies when we come back. The Governor, postseason basketball, Govs trailing by 5 in the 4th.
RG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Off of a Brennan Verhey personal foul, Jet Zabel at the free throw line, reins in the first one. And the second one coming. That's in and out. No good. Woods will tip the rebound to himself. Zabel with 8 points in this game. First minute gone by, we've got a 4-point ball game. It was a 6-point Washington lead at halftime. The Governors took the lead with an 8-0 rally, but Washington led by 7 at the end of the third. Now off of a missed 3-pointer by Baskin. Zabel pushing things ahead to Dawson Getz, but Dawson will fumble the dribble out of bounds. Meanwhile, there were a couple of bodies that hit the floor, and the Washington fans were looking for a pure foul that never showed up. Warriors have it back with a 4-point advantage. Verhey out to Hoffman, looking to get around Olsen, backing in, lost his footing. His tipped pass, though, comes to Lucas Johnson up top. Now to Baskin again, against Kaiser. Baskin at the free throw line, nowhere to go. Hoffman has it back 10 to shoot. Hoffman fires from there, step back 3, and it's good. Tommy Hoffman hit a big one from the corner to close out the third period. He hits a big one to start the fourth, and it's 40-33. 7-point lead back. Washington's biggest lead was at 9 very early in this game. Here's Getz. He stutter steps and travels. The kickback 3 by Olsen to Dawson Getz. He waited for Baskin to fly by, but did stutter his feet. He wanted to step inside the arc. He did put a 16-footer home, but that was after the traveling violation. Now 40-33. Governors will have to value possessions a little bit more down the stretch here. Here's Baskin. Feeding underneath. Too far for Verhey. He saves it. It's into the hands of Zabel. Jet up ahead. Now Getz. No, he still doesn't have room to shoot. These Warriors are everywhere defensively. Now Olsen for 3 in the corner will not go. Verhey with a rebound. That was one of my second half keys. Long pass up to Woods underneath. He'll take it back out, but somebody other than Dawson Getz has to hit a 3-point shot or more in this second half. The Govs are still 0 for the game from long range. Johnson takes a screen, One dribble and a pickup. Now it's Hoffman again, looking for his third in a row, and he's got it. Tommy Hoffman is taking over this basketball game, and they set it right on the board. He's on fire. If it's a video game, his hair is on fire. This is a full timeout now for the Pierre Governors. 4:59 to play. We take a 60-second Coca-Cola timeout. 43-33 Washington here on River 92.7.
RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Backdoor pass and a no-look steal for Samuel Baskin, who just stuck his arm out, tips the pass to a teammate. Washington has it back. The Warriors lead 43-33, and it's been Tommy Hoffman scoring 16 points in the second half. He has 21 in the game. Kick back for Baskin is stolen by Luke Olson. Luke looking to go the distance, and a pass or a dribble will be knocked away out of bounds. The Governors will have it. That's turnover number 9 for Washington in this game. The Governors have a dozen themselves. 43-33. It's time for Pierre to start getting some baskets if you're a Governor fan. Here's Zabel underneath. Turnaround jump shot is good with a one-hander fed by Getz. Jet in double figures with 10. He and Luke Olson leading the way. Ole with 14 himself. 43-35 for Brianna Kuzler and the Governors. It's time for the coaches' turkeys. They need a defensive stop. They won't get it as Tommy Hoffman keeps the dribble alive and ranges through the lane. Reverse is good. Zabel underneath to Kaiser. Pretty pass, pretty finish. Kaiser with a reverse on the baseline and the scoring pace. Picking up here. 3:40 to go. Quarter number 4. 45-37 Washington. Back inside. This one, a zip pass from Woods or Verhey. Through the hands of Lucas Johnson, out of bounds. The Governors get the defensive stop. Now looking for some offense with 3.5 minutes counting down. Olsen to the near side, Miles Doyle. He'll get it to the high post. Zabel off the glass, and it's good. There's a good touch for Jet Zabel. The Governors will need more of that. Back within 6. They've scored 4 in a row. It's 45-39, 3:10 and counting down. Johnson hesitates, keeps going. Baskin for 3. That one will not go from the corner, and a high rebound up for it as Doyle. The Governors pushing it. Mid-range J. Kaiser no good this time. Zabel tips it to Getz for the offensive rebound. Pierre will get another crack at it. Here's Getz. Zabel, and that's a foul. Verhey on the floor. Here's Brennan Verhey going to pick up number 4 with 2:47 to play in the fourth quarter. This is team foul number 3 for Sioux Falls, Washington. The Governors have not committed a foul so far. Inbound, gets back inside Zabel, and it's good. The Governors pull within a deuce at 45-41. Actually within 4 again. And the Warriors will take a timeout. The Governor fans to their feet. This is a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. 2:31 to play in regulation. We're back in 30. This is Governor postseason basketball.
Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Looking for somebody to toss it into. He goes to the backcourt, and Hoffman somehow comes away with it after fumbling it. They've got the numbers. Olsen just now catching up. Here's Woods up and in for two. And a foul is called on Jet Zabel. Tommy Hoffman. This is a guy, and Jeff Tobin there, his head coach, calls him a playmaker. It was kind of an ugly inbound, but Washington kept it alive. Zabel again with his third foul. Woods has not had good success at the free throw line today. Doesn't get this one. Zabel rebounds. It's a 6-point game. Still 2 possessions. Still a lot of time. 2:10 to play. Fourth quarter. Gets with space. Come on. No, not this time. And Hoffman will run it down in the far corner. Dawson 0 for 5 from outside the arc. Hoffman speeding it. He'll go the distance. Too strong on the dipsy-do. Doyle with the rebound. Up ahead go the Govs. Underneath with a kickback, Zabel. Now it's Olsen. Good hustle by Kaiser to keep this play alive. Zabel inching his way in down to the low block left side. Woods tips the pass, and he'll knock it away just before Luke Olsen got a hand back on it. Such a good example of Washington and the defense that they play. Their hands are everywhere. Olsen finds Zabel. Oh, he may have rushed it a little bit as that one will not fall. Off of the inbound, the Governors come up empty, and now they've got 90 seconds to try to save their season, trailing 47-41. Washington basketball. The freshman, Benjamin Sprecher, is in there. Gets one to the near side to Baskin. On the move, Baskin. Underneath, he'll kick out. Sprecher, extra pass. Johnson stumbles, drives, short, got his own rebound. Lucas Johnson back up, still can't get it to go. And now it is Woods with another offensive board. And the Governors have to foul, and they do. Lucas Johnson, I thought, got a little bit out of control, but he was under control enough to get a couple of opportunities. Once again, Washington, like the first meeting between these two teams, able to come down with offensive rebounds at key times, and Woods will get the first of 2 this time. I think it was Dawson Getz. Nope, Doyle again with the foul, his third. Woods with his 21st point. Cannot get 22, misses the second one. Kaiser is up high for a rebound. Now a 3-possession lead, a 7-point lead back to Sioux Falls, Washington. Olsen looking to drive, tosses one up. He gets a foul called on Woods. And this one rims in and out off the glass. It will not go, but the Governors with an opportunity to score points with no time running off the clock as it stops with 53 seconds left. Governor timeout here. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take 30 this time. A Coca-Cola break in the action. The Govs trailing by 7. We're in the final minute of the SODAK 16 on River 92.7.
May add
Perfect. But that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that's someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people...
Washington, here is the situation. It's 48-41. Washington leading on their home floor. 53 seconds to play. Luke Olsen will come out of the timeout, stand at the free throw line, an opportunity to put a couple down, maybe make it a 2-possession game. Washington has the Governors in the bonus from here on out. They have 4 fouls in the quarter. Pierre only has 2. So if you're thinking Pierre will have to foul, they're going to have to get rid of a couple to give. Olsen rims the first free throw, in and out, no good. It stays 48-41, the second one for the junior, who's played a heck of a ball game, but has not scored until now in the fourth quarter. That is his 15th point. Pierre will go full court on the pressure. They need a takeaway. Tipped pass, ball off of the foot of a Governor, and Miles Doyle will come up with it. That is a steal, and the Governors, unfortunately, have to use their last timeout. Another Coca-Cola break in the action. 47 seconds left. Pierre ball when we come back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Postseason Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over 130 years, Bank West is...
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Free throw put it back to a 2-possession game. Still plenty of time in this game. But again, the Governors, obviously they could really use a basket here. 2 or 3, doesn't really matter, but they probably are in a situation where they're going to have to start fouling. And they'll keep employing that full court pressure too, and Olsen inbound is tipped, actually taken away by Tommy Hoffman. The distance he'll go, he misses the layup, but he'll go to the free throw line. And Pierre just missed the pass on the inbound. It is Getz with the foul. That is his first personal. 3rd team foul, but Hoffman will shoot free throws. The first one is a line drive, in and out, no good. Tommy Hoffman has really been the factor, the key factor in the second half, as Jace Woods was in the first half. Second free throw good. We've got a 7-point Washington lead again at 49-42. Brennan Verhey in with 4 fouls. Lucas Johnson will sit. 40 seconds counting down. Olsen. Kaiser up top. Zabel's going to pull the trigger. 3 ball is good. And the Governors, well, they do have a timeout to use. I guess the scoreboard says it, and there's their last one. So, Jet Zabel with a bomb. On my stat sheet, the first one they've hit all day. Let's take a quick 30. Coca-Cola timeout. It is 49-45. 32 seconds to go. This is Governor Basketball.
Earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
And Wilbur Ellis.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
A total now of 17 points, if my quick adding is correct, and 16 of those have come here in the second half. We've got a long pass, but a whistle. And well, one official wasn't ready. Hoffman wanted to throw long, and this time he has to go short, and the Governors challenge the pass. It'll be a foul against the Governors. Olsen picking himself up, goes low 5 with Tommy Hoffman. Pretty good show of sportsmanship there. A Pierre foul. I'm not really worried right now who that was. It wasn't announced. Was it Olsen? Doyle? Doyle will pick up his 4th. And another whistle before this inbound. And a Luke Olsen foul. So Pierre is up to 5 in the foul department now, and that's a pretty good job in getting Washington in the bonus without much time running off the clock. 28.2 seconds to play. Olsen fouls Lubab Kambalo. Kambalo had a nice game for the Governors, or for the Warriors, the first time Washington and Pierre played, which was about 2 months ago now. Kambalo, though, rattles the first of 2, in and out, no good. It's 45-42 Washington. Both teams now in the bonus. Washington has the possession arrow if there are any jump ball situations. Second for Kambalo. That one is good. His first point of the game. He'll check out. Brennan Verhey back in for defensive and probably rebounding purposes. He's had a handful of those today. 2-possession game, 50-45, 25 to go. Zabel underneath is to Kaiser, and it's up and good. The Governors can't stop the clock, though. Kaiser making it a 3-point game, and Zabel will grab Jace Woods at half court with 13 seconds left, and Woods will go to the free throw line. Jet will pick up his 4th personal. Verhey and Woods with 4 each for Washington. Now Doyle and Zabel with 4 each for the Governors. Big free throws coming in, a 3-point game for Jace Woods. The first one is good. He had a good shooter's touch that time, and I was really wanting to say that Jet Zabel picked a good guy to foul. Woods has had some struggles. First one is good, and then Jeff Tobin will take a timeout to discuss a few things Warrior related. 51-47, a 4-point lead. Woods is still at the free throw line after this 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. The SODAK 16 is still on. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
Forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
You asked for it, nonstop.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Long range in just 13.3 seconds. Kaiser will inbound. He'll sidearm it to Zabel, and that's a travel. Jet had to go to the edge. Cade Kaiser kind of sidearmed it, of course. Olsen fired a 3, and it went, but the Governors with a traveling violation. And as Zabel had to go to the far sideline, he just couldn't stop his momentum. Now 11 seconds left. Baskin inbounds. Woods will be fouled. Jet Zabel had to foul him, but that is his 5th personal. No, they only have him with 3 on the board. Well, I'll tell you what, forget about my foul totals. Zabel. Well, they have it. Yeah, they had him for 4 on the board, or 3 at the time. Pierre crowd will give him a standing ovation. What an athlete for Jet Zabel. Our foul total was right. Darn it. 52-47. This is Woods looking for 2 more. Doesn't get the first one this time. He's 3 for 5 now in the 4th quarter. 4 out of 7 so far in the ball game. But he leads everybody with 23 points. Tommy Hoffman's been right there too. Second one, no good. It's a Kaiser rebound. Pierre with a Luke Olsen pull-up 3. No good, and that one hits the shot clock, bounding off of the shot clock. And 2.8 seconds left. That's going to do it. It's going to be Washington moving on to the state basketball tournament. Pierre was only good enough to hit one three-pointer tonight. A great ball game, but the 5th seed Sioux Falls Washington Warriors will escape with a 52-47 victory over the Pierre Governors. That's your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Gales Gas Service offering a budget plan and keep full service to stay warm when it's cold out. Gales Gas Service in Pierre. The Governors will finish the season 10-11. Washington moves on to the state AA 14-7. They'll go in as the 5 seed, and they'll play the winner of Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Aberdeen Central. That game coming up a little bit later on. Actually, it just started maybe at 3 o'clock here. A great run by the Governors. I don't think a lot of people expected a lot of victories this season, but boy, right there, down to the wire, as the Governors come up 5 points short. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and talk about it. Your Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. That's next. And we've got the full recap. We'll chat with Coach Brianna Kuzler to close out the boys' basketball season in a bit. We've got the big plays from Hermanson Endodontics and your player of the game from Cowboy Country Stores, all part of your Family Dental postgame in 3 minutes. This is Governor postseason basketball. Your official voice of the Govs is River 92.7, online at drgnews.com, and on your phone with the DRG News smartphone app.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
ADQ fans, crunch into a $6.99 chicken strip basket. It's got crispy all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, mouth-watering Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce like our homemade Hidden Valley Ranch. Is there a more perfect basket? I'm going to go buy a chicken strip basket as soon as I finish with this ad read. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good. Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington. As, boy, I tell you what, at times the Pierre Governors looked like one of those teams that could pull an upset in the SODAK 16, but Sioux Falls, Washington had the answer. And It was a fun ball game. You just hate to see the season come to an end because the Governors, the way they play, have a little bit more to give in this basketball contest. However, the opportunities have run out. They fall to Washington High 52 to 47. And really, I think a game that in many ways very indicative, very similar to the first meeting between these two teams. It was a fairly low-scoring game. The two teams will match up a little bit more with defense and with physical play. But again, when the Governors were winning this season, when the Governors are successful, it comes down to rebounding, it comes down to clutch shooting, and especially from the outside. But that's kind of Washington's recipe for success as well. And they got the key offensive rebounds. They definitely got the key three-pointers when they needed them. And Washington, again, with a good response after the Governors started the second half like a house of fire. But, again, Washington just started playing more of their game. And that's kind of how they've been winning a lot of ball games down the stretch in the second half of the season. They win this one 52-47. Governors scored the first 4 points of the game. Then Washington got going pretty well. Went on a 13-1 run or something like that. In essence, they took a 14-5 lead. So, 14-1 to go 14-5 before a buzzer beater to close out the quarter by Luke Olson made it 14-7 at the end of one. And the Governor defense played well in the second period. They outscored Washington 9-8. In the second stanza, and made it 22-16, a low-scoring first half. And then Pierre comes out and scores the first 8 points of the third period, and they just looked very smooth. They had a lot of rhythm. They were doing it in transition. They were getting the rebounds. Defense was playing well. The offense played well. Pierre led 24-22. We had 4 lead changes with a couple of ties in that second period, but Washington had the last lead change in this one as, in fact, they go on a little bit of a run themselves to close out the third quarter of play, and they outscore the Govs 15-14 to take a 37-30 lead. So that 7-point first quarter lead was returned, and the 6-point halftime lead, which went away, was returned +1 for Washington after 3. Governors outscore Washington 17-15 in the fourth quarter. But again, just not enough. Just shots weren't falling. The Governors, I think, will look at free throws once again and hope or wish that they could make a few more. But the 3 balls just were not available. Dawson gets under duress outside the arc all game long. Luke Olson tried a few. Jet Zabel, of all people, made the only 3 for the Governors in this one, as they actually go 1 out of 12. There are some really good positives in this game for the Governors, but three-point shooting, unfortunately, which when they're successful, comes up big, but not going to be the case today. Pierre on the floor, 7 of 22 in the first half. In the second half, they go 50%, 7 of 12 in the fourth quarter. As again, they're able to get the shots to fall, and they got free throw opportunities, but they finished 12 of 24. In that second half, 19 of 46 overall in the ball game. But again, the key stat for Pierre offensively, 1 for 12 from three-point range. They're 8 of 15, just over 50%, which obviously not good enough from the free throw line in most cases. Jet Zabel with 16 points in the second half, finishes with 17. Luke Olson, who had 10 points in the first half, was a little more shut down. He was still big early in the third quarter, but only 1 point in my estimation, the last, let's say, 10 to 12 minutes of this basketball game. Luke finishes with 15, and he'll be the leader next year in that guard unit along with Dawson Getz. But Cade Kaiser plays his final game at a solid 13 points. Cade and Jet, I tell you what, they hustled all game long. And fun to see Cade Kaiser get some double figures to close out his basketball career with 13 points. Dawson Getz with 2. But that's it. 3 players in double figures, and Dawson gets held to just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting. I think that's the key factor. The Washington defense knew exactly whom to guard in a Governor uniform, and that was old number 10 as Pierre puts 47 on the board. For the Warriors, after a 9 of 26 first half, add 1, they're 10 of 26 in the second half. Overall, 19 of 52. They only hit 4 threes in this game, but they hit 3 in a row from Tommy Hoffman, and every one of them was huge. One of them late in the third quarter to help that rally, put them back up by 7, and then a couple more to start the fourth quarter. And they built a 10-point lead at 43-33. And Tommy Hoffman hits 3 of the 4 of 17 from long range for Washington. They weren't great at the free throw line, but they got enough to go. 10 of 18, they outscore the Governors 10-8 from the free throw line. Scoring on the board was a little bit different. They had Jace Woods for 23 points. I believe what they did was probably give Woods one of the three-pointers that I believe Tommy Hoffman had. I have Tom Hoffman with 24 points, Jace Woods with 20. That's 44 out of 52 from the two players that are going to lead this team for another year or two in Sioux Falls. 24 for Hoffman, 20 for Woods, then 3 points on a long one from Samuel Baskin, 2 points for Brendan Verhey, for Lucas Johnson, and let's make it 1 point for Lubab Kambalo. 52-47 the final in this one. Washington again out rebounding the Governors. There were, the rebounding differential was a little bit less than what it was the last time these two teams met. Unofficially 27-25. Washington with a rebounding advantage. 9-5 on the offensive end. Jace Woods with 8 boards to lead the Warriors. Jet Zabel comes down with 12 for the Governors. Pierre does turn it over, though, 14 times, 5 of which come in that key fourth quarter. They did induce 5 turnovers in the fourth, but 11 overall for Washington. And the assist column reads 9-8 in Pierre's advantage. But obviously it's Washington who will be moving on to the state AA in Sioux Falls at the Denny in a couple of weeks. Coach Brianna Kuzler comes up to talk about this one, and I know, Coach, this is not the conversation we were hoping to have. You come in, though, as a big underdog. I mean, there's no bones about it. This Washington team is very good. They've been one of the best teams in the state, especially in the second half of the season. But you came in, and, boy, you gave it everything you had, and I know you are very proud of what you saw on the floor today.
Yeah, proud is a really good way to put it. I think on paper, we were the underdogs coming in, but I think what I'm most proud of is our boys never saw it like that. Mm-hmm. They came in attacking this as if we were the favorite, as they should. They should come in with a lot of confidence. What they have done practice after practice, what a lot of them have done for many years in our program is they've competed. I would use the term we're a little bit of a ragtag team, where you wouldn't look at us and be like, those are just basketball players. Mm-hmm. That's all they do is play basketball. Those guys are competitors, and that's what makes them so special, and that's what makes this so hard is you want it so badly for them because they're such great people. And while it's really difficult to understand right now as players, because for some of them this is the last time that they will put on a basketball uniform, but who they are as people and who they have been as competitors certainly will extend far beyond the basketball court, and that's what we're most proud of. Them leaving our program certainly better than they found it. You've got Tyan and Jet, Cade, Miles, Jillian, our manager. I mean, you can't find better people out there, and we're very fortunate to have them in our program. And the legacy that they left behind is certainly going to be very difficult to fill. And what they bring is sometimes a lot of intangibles, and it's sometimes things that you can't teach. And I think that's why I'm about the least bit emotional person, but that was a really difficult locker room talk because you don't want to see anybody go ever, but these seniors especially, they're a very special group. Yeah, it's I whine a little bit because the season goes so doggone fast, and even though it's 20 games, 21 in this case now, and you see it come to an end, and you just
you know that I mentioned at the end of the of our regular regulation broadcast here a little bit that you know the Governors have a lot more in the tank. They certainly had 3 more games. Obviously, Washington will be moving on, but that's the sadness of it. You want those 3 more games. You want to see these guys compete 3 more times because it's that much fun of a team to watch.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they play so hard. When you talk about 50-50 balls and diving on the floor, we had guys numerous times tonight that were on their bellies, and you could just tell how badly they wanted it, and they played well enough to win. It was just not our night. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, and I mean, they played hard the entire game, and that's all you can ask for.
Keys to the game in this one, the things that Washington does well is they defend a little bit better. They're kind of like a Harrisburg to me. I mean, they're just all over the place. They've got hands everywhere, and they've got people coming at you, and I think that's huge when you cannot really get Dawson Getz in particular an opportunity to spot up and get comfortable from the outside, and he's held to 2 points. Luke Olson played just a phenomenal game. I can't wait to see him continue to do what he does. Jet with 16 points in the second half. Cade Kaiser played a great ball game, but I just think that defensively, the way they defended Jet in the first half and Dawson Getz all game long, I mean, that's why they're moving on in this one, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep, and like I said, somebody's got to be the one that moves forward, and unfortunately that's not us, and it never gets easier. Nobody tries to lose. Nobody wants this to be them. But if you look at a 12-5 matchup, you're probably thinking 5 runs away with it.
Yeah.
And that was certainly not the case tonight. We gave them as good of a battle as we felt. Obviously, we would have loved to have had it go our way, but it's just not the case right now, and that's something that we'll live with. The sun will come up tomorrow. These kids are going to be the same great people that they are right now, and leaving the legacy that they have thus far, and continuing to do great things on and off the court. I just am so incredibly proud of them, and there aren't a ton of words to put into how much they mean to this program, how much they mean to myself, our coaching staff, how much we love them, every single one of these kids. But seeing these seniors play their last game, it doesn't get easy.
And as far as how the game went, too, I mean, it had to be such a great feeling to come out the second half the way you did, score 8 in a row. But, I think Washington has I'm sure he's pretty well known in this town, Thomas Hoffman, but maybe outside of Sioux Falls, that's not to me, that's not a household name, but it should be because he hit some big shots. He's a great penetrator and a passer, and this is a guy that can really lead Washington to some big efforts in that state tournament.
Absolutely.
And Jace Woods, the way he rebounds, he did the same thing against us the last time. But this is a dangerous team.
They are. They're very capable. They kind of are. They're very dynamic. They play very. They leap out of the gym and play really high above the rim, and then they're capable of playing on the perimeter and knocking down shots. And I've got to take time here to credit our scout team that prepared us so well this week. They came in, everybody did their job, and again, unfortunately, it was not our night for a win, but what they did for us this week, it's not going to show up on a score sheet, but we're certainly very proud of all of that they did and all of them that are going to be returning for us in the seasons to come.
Yeah, and Washington's still young, too. They've only got one senior coming off the bench. Well, what else should we talk about, I guess? But, again, you can't say enough about the guys. I think the beauty of a game like this, I think it certainly is better to lose in a great ball game by 5 than to come in here and maybe get blown out by 16 like it was the first time you met this team in this building. The guys stepped up, and this is the beauty of sports. This is the beauty of extracurricular activities, whether it's fine arts or whatever. Shout out to the debate team at their state meet this week. But this is why, and this is why we have those High School Activities Association announcements that say greatness comes after high school because of what you do out of the classroom while you're still in your school years.
Well, absolutely. And I mean, there's a reason that some of the most employable people they were participants of extracurriculars, whether that would be a speech and debate or a choir event or athletes. You know, they being part of something bigger than yourself it translates into the real world, and that's something that each and every one of these kids are going to go and be great in everything that they do because of who they are as those people and what sports for them have allowed, and have allowed them to become, I should say. And you know, that's what. Again, it's if we just had some knuckleheads, and it wouldn't be, you know, I probably could sit here and be like, oh, we're just so glad the season's done. I don't think I'd ever say that, but I think, you know, we don't. We've got some incredible kids that you want this so bad because they want it so bad, and you know, they're going to be fine. They will be, but it doesn't take away from the fact that they've prepared so hard for this, and it's something that when you come up short of anything, it's never enjoyable, right? Yeah. But who they are going to be from this is going to be far greater than anything that they've done on the court, and that's what is so great.
You mentioned the seniors earlier, but you look ahead now to who you've got coming back. It's going to be Luke Olson and Dawson Getz to lead the way, and you know, you got some good guys coming off the bench. I really like the growth that we've seen from Eladio Simmental this year. You've got you know, some other guys. Cooper Terwilliger, of course. He's you know, get that guy to get some more meat on his bones, grow into that frame, and you've got a lot to look forward to next year. Yeah, there's a lot of kids who got some valuable experience this year, and you know, we said in the locker room that it's okay for this to hurt. It should hurt. I kind of hope it hurts a little bit, and I mean that in a sense that we've got to use this to fuel our fire. And 2 years ago, there were two kids on this team, Jet and Cade, who sat in the Jefferson locker room in this same scenario, and you can. I mean, for these kids that are coming up, we don't want to feel this again. This is not an enjoyable feeling, and because the reason it isn't is because they left it all out there. They gave it everything that they had, and they came up short, and such is life. But again, when they leave the floor, they take off that uniform for the last time. They're still going to be incredible people, and I sound like a broken record saying that, but that's hands down what we're most proud of. Yeah, absolutely. So that'll bring an end to this one. I mean, the season is it's a lot of fun. Honestly, I think at the beginning of the season, I don't think I certainly expected 10 wins out of a bunch of football players, but it was a lot of fun. Credit to the coaching staff, yourself included, for leading the way. And, you know, there's 8 good teams that are going to the state basketball tournament. You're one of about 4 or 5 that aren't going to be going, unfortunately. So thanks for your time this season.
Thank you. And a big good luck shout out to our girls next weekend. We'll be there in full force and looking forward to still, you know, celebrating another team that is still playing, and we would love for it to be us too, but you know, I'm excited to be able to watch those girls and see what they're able to do. So congratulations to them last night, and we're looking forward to being able to watch them compete next weekend.
Coach Brianna
Thank you so much for everything. Appreciate
the Governors come up short. Thank you very much. Sioux Falls, Washington, 52. The Governors, 47. Our recap coming to an end. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll get some more business taken care of, and we've got big plays of the game yet to talk about. Your player of the game yet to come as well. Your Family Dental postgame continues in 2 minutes. This is Governor Postseason Basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility, considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Back with more of our Family Dental postgame. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. The Governors coming up short today. It's 52-47, and again, it's Washington moving on. And why is that? The Washington Warriors made the big plays of the game. Big plays in our postgame are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics, and it's not too difficult to pinpoint the big plays of the game. We'll tell you for a matter of formality, however, when we come back after this from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of the game as, again, that second half, the way the Governors came out with a lot of rhythm and making plays on both ends of the floor, an 8-0 start, erasing a 6-0 halftime deficit, but by the end of the third quarter, the Warriors had taken the lead back, and they get a late three to make it a 7-point lead. The three-pointer coming from Tommy Hoffman, and he had a huge second half of play. In fact, not only that, he stole the ensuing inbound play as the Governors would try to speed it up the floor to get a buzzer beater, but he missed the layup. However, he started the fourth quarter with two more triples from long range. He just started feeling that feeling, and Tommy Hoffman, I've got him for 24 points. He scores 19 of those in the second half, and thanks in large part to the big plays of the game. He also had 5 assists in this game. He's a heck of a player, Tommy Hoffman, and I'm just going to go right into it. He's our player of the game as well. He made the big plays of the game. He keyed a really big rally for the Washington Warriors, and Tommy Hoffman and the Washington Warriors are the team that will be moving on thanks in part to the Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the game and for being the player of the game. That's brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores. Let's hear from Cowboy Country Stores, and we'll come back and take a look at the state tournament preview. Also, take a look at the other scores that are going on in SODAK 16 before we wrap it up here. Pierre Governor basketball in the postseason on River 92.7.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities, Cowboy Country Stores is ready for you. Feed the whole family on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, federal bird stamps, convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champ's Chicken in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores player of the game, Tommy Hoffman, leading the Washington Warriors on to the state tournament. Thanks to our sponsors for doing everything they do for us, both in-game and covering Governor basketball. throughout the season. The only other finals so far, the 2-seed Harrisburg had a running clock in the second half. They finished much earlier than we did. 79-41. The Tigers, we saw how good they were when the Governors went to Harrisburg earlier in the season, late January, and Washington is in as well. Harrisburg will be the 2-seed. Washington is the 5-seed. Other scores going on right now. They're in the late third quarter. A good one with Jefferson and Rapid City Stevens. Sioux Falls Jefferson leads 37-34. Meanwhile, Brandon Valley in a battle with Spearfish, and it's 40-30. That game going on over in Brandon. And on the southwestern part of Sioux Falls, it is Roosevelt leading Aberdeen Central, the 4-seed, over number 13, Aberdeen, 32-19. They're halfway through the third quarter there. Later on, top seed, top-ranked Mitchell takes on number 16, Yankton. It'll be Watertown and Sioux Falls Lincoln from the Civic Arena. Watertown is the 7-seed, Lincoln the 10. And the 6-seed Huron Tigers in the arena hosting number 11, O'Gorman. As well, I think for folks in Pierre, hoping maybe to get a few more ESD representations in that state AA basketball tournament. The Denny hosts the boys AA in 2 weeks, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Sanford Pentagon hosts the girls AA in 1 week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our next broadcast will be from the Sanford Pentagon with the Governor girls taking on Sioux Falls Jefferson in the second game of the day on Thursday, 1:45. The scheduled tip will be on the air at about 1:15 in that one, as the Governor girls, who finished second to Sioux Falls Washington a year ago. Washington actually beaten out last night. It'll be O'Gorman, the team to beat, if the Governors can get by Sioux Falls Jefferson for a second time in 2 weeks. On Thursday, they would probably have Sioux Falls O'Gorman standing in their way of a return trip to the championships. Join us for all of the action of the girls AA coming up on Thursday here on River 92.7. Before we go, a couple of reminders. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team for all of us on the road. Remember, when it's cold out, just in case, think twice in case of ice, but at all times, buckle up. Every trip, every time, you've got some place to be. Reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. And the broadcast of this postseason contest is brought to you by this station, River 92.7 KGFX FM in Pierre, our advertisers, and these member schools here in Sioux Falls, Washington, of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the SDHSAA. Big thanks to Colby Carey for running the show in studio, for Caleb Brozick, who has been running most of the visiting live ticket updates and live video. You can rewatch this game on the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. It's a good one to rewatch, even though the result unfortunately won't change. For Governor fans, thank you, Caleb, and maybe we'll see you when we do some softball games coming up in the spring for the first time here on River 92.7. Your official home of the Governors. I'm Brian Oakland. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard: Sioux Falls, Washington 52, the Pierre Governors 47. Governors finish their season at 10-11, and congratulations to the Washington Warriors for moving on. Best of luck in the state tournament with a mark of 14-7. I'm Brian Oakland, DRG Media Group Sports. We'll see you Thursday with the Governor girls from the state tournament at the Sanford Pentagon. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of this weekend. There is SODAK 16 basketball coming up on Tuesday on other DRG Media Group stations. Keep listening and watching drgnews.com for the updates on that. Once again, so long from Sioux Falls, Brian Oakland, DRG Media Group Sports.